What's going on, YouTube? I'm back with another video today. Today I'm gonna be doing a bald fade, kind of like in the mohawk form but with dreads. I feel like it came out dope, so y'all stay to the end of the video. So I started by doing the easiest thing, the cut, getting out the way. He prefers his facial hair to be cut off, so that's what I do. I start my guideline kind of midway, I kind of more on the higher side than the lower side because it is a bald fade. So y'all start the guideline and I kind of drop it in the mohawk form. As you can see, it's kind of like a drop fade, but it's gonna be a bald fade. Y'all gonna see how I do when I start to put the fade together. So when I get my clippers open and I go up like an inch or an inch and a half, it's the same steps. I always tell y'all, don't shit change, don't nothing change. Excuse my language, y'all. You know what I mean? But yeah, all I'm doing is going up an inch or an inch and a half, brushing the hairs down, making sure they land the correct way, you know what I'm saying? And not and exposing the way that the hair is laying. I kind of feel like a broken record. I enjoy doing these videos, but yeah. All I'm doing is going up a half an inch and making sure you brush the hair down so it can expose where the hair is actually laying. So now that I got my second guideline in, I go ahead and knock that bottom line out. And the way I do that, I close the clippers halfway and then I gradually close them all the way. So now to start my third guideline, I get my one guard open and all I'm doing is cleaning up the rest of that hair that was on top. I'm not making a fourth guideline because he got dreads. So all I'm doing is making sure I'm brushing and going up. So to get that middle line out, I pop my half guard on. And this really putting the fade together. All I'm doing is using my lever. And the higher I'm going up, the more I'm gonna open my lever. And the lower I am in the fade or at the middle guideline, I'm gonna close it up. I start off with it open so I don't gap him or make another guideline. So I call it debulking, but it's really not debulking. I'm just closing that one guard and cleaning up whatever that one guard open didn't do so it can put the fade together. Sometimes that half guard don't get the middle line out, so what I do is I pop my guard off and I open the lever and I use my corners just to get the dark spots out and just to get any remaining lines out the fade. Use good lighting. You gotta have some good lighting to see everything, and use your mirrors so you can see so you can see what the mirrors see. Because like I say, your eyes can't see everything. So now to prep the hairline, what I do is I get my one guard open. And if the one guard open ain't really cutting hair off, I close it gradually. I don't start off with it closed because you don't know how low it's gonna go. And I'm being real light-handed. You don't wanna be heavy-handed in this process. I get some holding spray, 24 hours. It don't matter what brand. I switch it up a lot, but I like this brand also. But yeah, I sprayed it on for 2 to 3 minutes. I start off in the middle and I work left, and I'm just making sure I'm not pushing them back. And then I do the same thing from the middle to the right side. And, if you got light spots, make sure you keep it natural and don't push it. As you can see, I'm using my mirrors just to make sure everything is symmetrical and the mirror can see what your eyes can't. So make sure you use your mirror. And now I'm working my vertical bars. All I'm doing is keeping it natural. I want it at the edge of his eyebrow. I don't want it too far from his eyebrow. I want it aiming right at the edge of his eyebrow. So now I'm doing the same steps to the other side, making sure I'm not pushing them back, making sure I'm not pushing them further than his eyebrows. Because you can put somebody back on the vertical bars, not just the hairline. You can put somebody back on the vertical bars and you can tell when he starts to come back. But yeah, I'm just detailing, making sure everything's sharp before I add the finishing touches, and yeah. So this is what it's looking like without the enhancements. So now I use for enhancements, I use a brand called Temptation. Just the color black. I really don't know the correct term of it. It's just black spray. That's what I say. But yeah, I don't put a lot. I get something that got a sharp corner, or you can use one of them things, and then after that I use a pencil. So for the pencil, I make sure the pencil is real sharp. I had to learn that. Don't make sure it's not dull. And all I'm doing is tracing his hairline, and I don't want to put too much because I don't want it to make like a big white line. Them white lines that some people be having. I make sure that it's real light and you can barely see it. And I fade the pencil in. The way I trace I start from the vertical bars and I meet up in the middle of his hairline, and I make sure that both vertical bars are at the same length, and I fade it in with my trimmers. And how I fade, all I'm doing is like, you know, a steady motion, using kind of the corners of it, and I'm making sure that I'm not, you know, going towards his hairline. I'm just kind of going up on the pencil, so it'll like fade out in a way. You know, you don't want it just looking like you just drew on his hairline. You kind of want it faded so it can look real sharp, you know. And that's the point of enhancements, to make it look good or better than what it was. You know what I'm saying? And I line his mustache up, you know. You want it kind of medium, you know. But people got their own purpose with their mustache. Just ask them. And yeah. So boom, this is the final product, y'all. Y'all rate this cut 1 through 10 in the comments. You know, I feel like this came out real dope and nice. A little bald, fade, everything symmetrical, everything clean and sharp, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in with me. Y'all stay down with me, and I got more videos dropping, more content, and I appreciate y'all. Y'all leave a like, comment, subscribe.